Hello everyone and welcome to the stream. I hope everything is sorted. It looks that way. So, yes. Good time zone everyone. I am Cress Nether. Welcome to the Fey Groves here on twitch.tv/nethervt. Michinho, well done on you getting first. Red Ghost, well done on you getting second. And Danny, well done on you getting third. We also have some lovely random encounters in chat. Some victories, some defeats, but you'll get stronger the more you train. We also have a lovely Stamkunst subscribing for 45 months. That is so amazing. Thank you so much, my friend. We also have a Bloodiz. We have an Alvarans. We have a Trepidity Dreams. So lovely. I hope you're all doing well. I am very glad to be streaming this for you all again. And I believe it should be time soon to drop in on everyone else. Because we have a game of Scion again. We have Midnight Storm. We saw our cat crew. No, this is the dog crew. We saw our dog crew with the Baba Yaga last time, where Casimir was trying very desperately to be courteous and befitting a guest, but did not expect Cardin to have his dragon soul part ripped out of him. That happened. So without further ado, let's go and see if everyone is doing okay.
I didn't stab.
Honestly, just watch Soul Society and then stop.
We're talking about
That's
anime.
just a good bit.
I heard Soul Society and I figured that that was the case.
Yeah.
Currently, during dinner time, my boyfriend and I will watch the new Gundam when a new episode comes out.
G-Quacks.
Yeah, G-Quacks. He's a big Gundam fan. So this is my first Gundam series I'm watching, so I'm always like, what's this? What's that?
Michinho, I would recommend you watch another Gundam series that I think
Is it the Witch from Mercury with the lesbians?
Yes.
With one that cold clocks somebody? Yeah, my boyfriend said I'd really like that one. We're also watching Lazarus when new episodes come out, but in the meantime...
It's not even cold clocking, it is squishing someone with the Gundam.
Well, no, this one character just punches another one in the face when she's talking, like, smack.
Oh, yeah, that too.
It was very satisfying to see that clip. But then also, I'm getting to watch and be introduced to Mob Psycho 100.
Yes, my favorite.
It's very good.
I love it so much.
He went unconscious and stuff went down. I was like, that boy ain't right.
He's not. That's the central conceit of the show.
That is
and then
fair.
Nether and I, or Cress and I, are both very much enjoying Apothecary's Diaries.
The Apothecary Diaries are so good.
It's so good. Watch it. Watch it. Mao deserves your love and attention.
Yeah.
I'm very curious when you were talking about Mao the cat earlier. I was like, oh, Mao? Oh, no, not that Mao.
Yes, that Mao.
Yeah, we were talking about that Mao too.
We were talking about both Maos in that series.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, I didn't get to the second season yet with the cat.
You need to. It's so good.
I've only seen 2 mech animes, and they are Big O and Code Geass, and I was only old enough to comprehend one of those.
Big O.
Man, I can't wait to see you.
It's okay. From what I can recall, it's like a 1940s aesthetic, even though it's the future. Kind of show in which we watch like Japanese Batman pilot like a giant clockwork mech to fight monsters and other clockwork mechs, and along with his
amnesia.
And everyone has amnesia,
Okay.
and along with his pretty to character Alfred Pennywise Butler, who I believe was also an assassin, and a robot maid. They are trying to figure out the amnesia thing.
I feel like you would enjoy Gurren Lagann, but also I want to see you try to comprehend.
Who the hell do you think I am?
Well, that's also a mech anime, but you need to comprehend.
I was quoting the show.
My drill is the drill that will pierce the heavens. I watched that when it first came out, back when I was in college, back in
I've heard
09.
things about certain characters in that show that kind of make me want to stay away from it.
That is fair.
I keep seeing a girl with a sniper, and apparently she's 14, and I'm like, I'm good.
No, I think she's older than 14.
No, at the start she is 14, unfortunately.
Oh, it's the same studio that I think also made Kill La Kill, or Kill La Kill. There we go.
Yep, and I believe it's the one that made the Cyberpunk anime that tricked everybody into thinking that game was good after a massive update.
I mean,
Also,
after the update, the game was decent.
Also,
At least ran on computers.
I'll tell you, at least Ghost, that when they do their time jump for Gurren Lagann, she does become 21.
Yeah.
Michi, are you in the game?
It says I should be, unless it kicks me. Oh, it kicked me out.
Kick me out.
Yeah, it's every like 2 minutes I shake the crap. Nope, that's not a good joke. I just shake my mouse.
Oh
no, that makes you think of the Rat Shaker game. If you've never heard of it,
I don't want to know.
It's so funny. It's so funny.
You really don't, Danny.
I'm pretty sure I can wait until after game.
Maybe.
I am going to share
And then
I'm going to share an image from that game, though.
Anime as well.
There you go. You get a single screenshot from that game to give you any idea.
Okay.
Oh no.
Doesn't look like it's for me.
No, that's fair.
It's very silly, so you are valid. I'm ready to play.
Yeah, me too. So I'm going to turn my music off here.
Start some ambiance, which would probably be Primordial Chaos by Darren Core from the Hades soundtrack.
Naturally.
Good soundtrack.
Good soup.
I feel like anytime you're putting a song on, it's from the Hades soundtrack because it's a good soundtrack.
Because it's a good soundtrack. I would also recommend the Bastion soundtrack.
I'll get to that point eventually, but yeah. I also haven't listened to all 8 hours of the Claire Obscure soundtrack to pick and choose from there.
Oh,
yeah. Let me turn down my ringer so
Suddenly
it doesn't
spend a lot of
go
time in France.
if you happen to watch this on YouTube, there is sound again.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
Yes.
what happened last time?
We met the Baba Yaga.
Yeah.
She was neat.
She was an absolute girl boss.
She was terrifying.
No, she was a girl boss. Stop being a coward.
Terrifying brackets positive.
Arden got his dragon soul part ripped out of him.
I'm fine with just going with terrifying.
You got he got de-durganed.
Mm-hmm.
Sure did.
They declawed me. I've been declawed.
You've been domesticated.
Draganification surgery.
Treatment from the Baba Yaga.
When I realized the captions when I said de-durganed, it said detergent. You got detergent.
I am familiar with detergent.
Cardin is no longer a stinky boy.
Yeah.
We don't know about that. That's
Brandon.
personal habits.
Brandon, they took my ability to tie dogs.
And then Brandine's like, "You're not a Durgan anymore. All right, see ya." That'd be messed up.
What do we do with this big floating island now?
It immediately crashes to the ground. Oh my gosh! All your horde is just going to disappear.
It just disappears with a really big pop.
It goes like when yeah.
You are all giving me new ideas. Don't offer sad suggestions to somebody who loves tragedy. That being said, I was explicitly told by the person who made Brandine, if I get rid of Brandine for the sake of tragedy, I'm getting hit in the face.
Okay.
In game?
No.
Oh no.
I'm okay with this
Double
statement.
tragedy.
I will make sure that the storyteller follows through. Wait, who was it that told you that they were gonna hit you? Maybe, was it not Alvarez?
Correct. I'm not the one
Correct.
that made Brandine.
Oh, was it Trepidity?
Yes.
Wait.
Oh, I will make.
Interesting.
I'll make sure she follows through with that statement. Can you imagine how angry Kamsi would be if we made Casimir or Vega like be gone forever for tragedy?
Oh no.
Can you imagine how angry she would be
Don't
at
suggest
us?
that. Look, Kamesy has been trying to find out like what what my buttons are. That is a terrifying one.
I'm gonna casually message Kamsi. So one of them might not be here anymore.
No.
I'm kidding. Because I
Why did it
believe
close a tab for me?
Oh.
it said you don't get this, nerd. But yes, we met the Baba Yaga. We made deals with her to get information on Koshek, however you say his name. Crochet, thank you.
Crochet.
The
Yes.
death. Crochet, that's right. Crochet the Knitless. Which Cardin is declawed. He is defanged. And Casimir and Vega owe a favor, basically. And now we have information, and we got a very out of it Cardin. He's kind of like,
And he doesn't smell like dragon anymore.
he just smells like he just smells like a stinky man now.
He just smells like a guy.
A dude.
Disgusting.
Okay. But yes, you guys went north and you made your way to the beach, knowing that you'd have to cross at least some form of water to
Oh,
get
that's
to
right,
the
beach
island
episode.
where Koshei's death is.
Beach
So-
episode.
As the fog is beginning to dissipate, at least the supernatural fog of the forest begins to dissipate for the more natural-looking fog of the sea, what would you guys like to do?
Instantly.
We need
Instantly.
to get across water.
Do you think this thing likes water?
We can ask, probably.
The game does have the ability to talk to animals.
Too bad Cardin. Wait, can Cardin communicate with his cat bus?
I do not know.
Cardin once tried to give it a bath. It did not go well. Tried to put it through the car wash. I don't know if I have an ability to speak with animals.
Do you have the beast's purview and the boon that does that?
I do have the beast purview. I
also
don't
have that purview.
because you
I
have a
can
bunch
ask
of.
Alma.
I have the
to
epicenter
communicate,
from that
maybe.
purview.
Let me take a look at the boons real quick.
I do not have that boon. Wait, I don't have the beast purview. I thought I did. I thought I picked it a while back because Dorgeese. I'm a silly goose. I lied.
It's
All
wow.
I know. All I know how to do is eat hot chip and lie.
Beyond a phone.
Well, you can emulate the boon leader of the pack to speak with animals. It would cost 1 legend for anyone who'd like to do that.
Which animal are you trying to speak with?
The car.
Cat bus.
The man.
You know what's a really easy way to
I
find this
mean-
out? Splash it with water.
I can do it. I will spend a
Okay.
legend. Down to... I don't need to have that one imbued anymore. I'm down to 1. And I will ask... Say, hey, snacky?
It seems to respond to you more directly than it has beforehand. If it is capable of speech, it has not yet spoken.
Are you good with swimming or not?
Um, kind of hesitantly approaches the water, touches it, kind of shakes its odd paw type thing. If I recall correctly, we did decide that since the legend was still imbued, that it would get more characteristics for an aquatic animal of sorts, like an otter. I believe that was what was said at the end of last session.
Yes.
Hmm.
Very cute.
It would undergo an otter transformation.
Autorification.
Utterly adorable transformation.
So as it kind of shakes its paw, if it can be called that, begins to kind of get a coarser fur and a little webbing between the paws, or between the beans, I guess would probably be a better term for it. And as it slowly gets more and more into the water, the transformation kind of flows over the vehicle.
So look at the other say, I think we're good.
Nice.
That does seem
You
to
know-
be better. I am impressed and honestly terrified by how all of these powers work.
You say as we're going to try to fight a deathless being.
Yes, my point stands.
You're cute. Also, is this a nice beach? I wish I
I
had
mean-
my bathing suit.
It'd be nicer if it wasn't foggy as all hell.
Aren't those how the beaches in Europe often tend to be?
Not all the time.
Let's say, given that this is the thrice 10th kingdom, and it is based on Slavic countries, there are places where it is warm enough to have a pleasant beach time.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not certain if this is the case here.
I should take you guys
Well-
to Malibu.
I think
Then
we should.
Tasman-
I think we should wait until Garden is able to walk, and then go.
Yeah.
Fair point.
I think Carden over the trip is mostly recovered, if I recall correctly.
Yeah, I started driving.
Yeah.
We could have a beach
Also, like,
episode.
we've been doing a bunch of stuff today. Like, what time in the day is it?
sun
It
hasn't
seems to be early morning, whatever time
Okay.
it was. Whether your time with the Baba Yaga did some weird time displacement on top of
Timey-
interdimensional time displacement or otherwise, but
Timey
Needs to be
wimey
early morning.
shenanigans.
And I guess we can catboat.
yeah.
Autoboat.
Do you guys want to get some rest then?
I
think
just
Do we
that's
feel
imagine-
tired?
I just imagine Carden suddenly like pulls out a fishing rod.
Okay, so what I was going to say is Carden suddenly pulls out a fishing rod, but then Michi doesn't read me like that.
I'm not sorry.
amazing.
Guess we could like rest up a bit.
Carden is handing out snacks as he's kind of just sitting there wondering with, why do I have so much bread, butter, and cheese? What am I supposed to do with all of this?
You
Why
eat
did I
it.
pack these?
You eat
You
it.
have a big
Oh!
appetite.
Oh wait, it's bread, butter, and cheese.
I mean, they're pretty basic things for making food.
Oh, but you know what he can't make. He doesn't know.
Yeah,
Oh,
but we
my
don't know
friend.
that he doesn't know.
He's lost his way.
I don't even have
Yeah.
a pan. I just have 2 irons and a generator.
guess they're portable.
Man, it actually is a shame that the sun's not out. I can't do any sunbathing while we're traveling.
As Garden mentions the bread, butter, and cheese, like, oh, we can make some grilled cheeses with that.
You what?
While they're having that conversation,
You don't like grilled cheese?
is there any kind of major sacrifice I could do here to get some legend back? Because I'm down to one.
Push Cardin into the water.
No.
I think it'd be more. So there isn't a major sacrifice that you can do that would be, say, given to you by the Shen, i.e., running martial arts for children or filling out paperwork or things like that. But that doesn't mean that you couldn't make an effigy or something to them, which would take time. Just depends on how much effort you would want to, Jody would want to put in figuring out something that they feel would be fitting.
I was gonna say, yes. I'll be back in a minute. I gotta go refill the tank a bit.
Not go way too far. Or if
The
you
lads
do...
will help me get home. Don't worry.
Good.
I'll
We
head
have
into
to
the forest to look for some stuff to do to figure out a sacrifice.
How do you
Okay.
refill a tank on this?
Now I
Take a
think
look
we
at
just...
your statements.
Sorry, I didn't hear that. Other people.
Oh, I said, let me take a look at your skills, see what you got.
I was thinking that maybe we should have Garden fish for the snack
Grilled
wagon
cheese?
snack.
Can the snack
Well-
wagon hunt its own food?
Maybe.
The snack wagon runs on grilled cheese.
I will go make
Snack
grilled
wagon
cheese.
runs on all sorts of different things. Yeah, go ahead and give me. I want to say mental survival for finding things, finding applicable materials to build something out of. For an effigy, Jody.
Hmm.
I'm also willing to hear
Any
any
please?
suggestions.
I don't think any of my specialties help.
I cannot think. I guess you could use climbing to kind of get up to like higher, harder to reach places.
I keep thinking I should change that because I have the epic dex thing, which means I don't really need it.
Fair. I will allow it this time, and if you want to change it at some other point, you can.
You
Yeah.
can carve out an effigy of Sun Wukong. Of, like, the tree.
I don't know if any of my birthrights help. Have the lads help.
Yeah, the lads can give you scale on something that on just the amount of them that there are.
Yeah. So that would put me to my scale, or
Yeah, that would be
2.
Yeah, I would allow it for mental thing to figure out some of the stuff on there. So yeah,
I'm
the amount
using
of people and yeah, exactly. So 9 successes. So you come across a lot of it's hard to identify a lot of the trees here because one, well, you're not an arborist. 2, some of these are just not in the world in and of themselves. But you are able to find like a lot of really fancy looking wood types, sticks that don't seem to be eaten through from bugs. You find like big things of bark if you wanted to sit there and have like big flatter surfaces on this thing. You find logs because you have epic strength and you can carry such things. There's like some pretty cool looking rocks because rocks are cool.
Yep.
Yeah. with 9 successes, at least with a lot of the wilderness that is around you, you are able to find a bunch of things. You even find, I'll say, on 9 successes, an old abandoned. God, what's the word I'm looking for? The basis of building a foundation. That's the word.
Hmm.
You kind of like find an old foundation for building nearby.
I'm gonna say that whatever the effigy Jody builds isn't great.
Mhm.
Like, it's hard for them to. They're not like a crafty person, so it at least vaguely resembles what it's supposed to be.
As long as it's not a Goku Funko Pop.
Well, I don't have any plastic, so
You somehow
have
I
still
don't think I'm
legend.
gonna be able to make one.
You somehow managed to make a Sung Wukong Funko Pop.
No, I wouldn't. That would be an insult that would get me struck down immediately.
I was wondering if Sun Wukong had thoughts about Funko Pops, and I'm glad to not be disappointed.
I imagine his response would just be no, please.
Look,
No, thank
I
you.
have standards.
I know you said that Jody's not much of a crafter. Just roll me like it could be any stat or any attribute and culture, please.
I mean, I don't have anything in culture, so
You know, just to see what it would do.
2.
Successes. It's recognizable. It's not bad.
Yeah.
Is it something that you build in like scale since you do have epic strength and you can like build something large or?
I won't build it too big, like.
Okay. Valid.
But I'll aim more for like longevity than size.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Something
Okay.
that'll last for more than 5 minutes.
Perfect. So yeah, no. It takes some time. For the rest of the party, maybe an almost concerning amount of time before you return. But I will say that for this moment, that would count enough for a major sacrifice for you to regain 1 legend. Okay. Is there anything else anyone would like to do for legend regaining purposes or before?
I don't think I want to regain legend, but I am going to make a grilled cheese. But I'm really worried because Cardin was being weird about it.
I would like to, I was just about to say, you will note, you saw Cardin handing out and eating grilled cheeses when we first got here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Introduce grilled cheeses to that town we were at.
You were like the grilled cheese
Also, the
aficionado.
subtitles turned grilled cheese into girl Jesus for me, so.
Please, grilled cheeses!
Hallelujah.
You have you. Oh, does she go to Lady World?
Probably.
Most likely.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, so you've made grilled cheeses. Does anyone else want to do anything for making grilled cheese before we deal with Cardin's brain blast on being reintroduced to grilled cheese?
Yeah, I'd like to have the fight of my life with whatever's swimming in this lake.
Okay.
You do have permission to hurt me.
Okay. Hold on.
It is grilled Jesus in the lake.
She hits Cardin's sword, and that's when you all find out I decided to turn Cardin into a knight.
The thrice
Wait, you
stamped
did?
kingdom is apparently Eastern
No.
Orthodox.
Interesting. All right.
I am making these jokes for myself and myself only.
All right. So Card wants to do that. Let me take a look at everyone's things. Vega's topped off on Legend. Andre, are you topped off on Legend? You're topped off on Legend.
Yeah.
I was down to 1, so I needed some if we're going to go fight a Koshe.
Very fair, very fair. Okay, so Carden.
Mm-hmm.
Also ready to do a
Casimir.
minor one, just in case.
Yeah, minor ones are easy enough. As you are able to sit there and you wait. Obviously, there's time between the Gilchias being made and Jody doing their sacrifice for you to cast a line and see what you can catch. For some, I know why, because it's the last one that I played that had fishing in it. But I'm imagining the Yakuza 3 fishing minigame.
Oh no. Oh, that's the worst one.
I'm using the cheese as bait.
Let me see.
I mean, in Like a Dragonician, there is a side story where you're trying to help a guy fish and he's having really bad luck with it, and then you learn that he's using green onions as bait.
Oh no.
It's like,
I want-
wait, you were doing this the whole time?
I want
Okay.
you guys to know. Oh, go ahead.
No, I was about to make a roll for what Carden needs to do.
I want you guys to know that in the new Final Fantasy Magic the Gathering cards, there's one that says side quest, go fishing. And it's got Noctis fishing, and the quote on it says, like, I am Noctis, prince of wherever he's from, and I am king of fishing. It's extremely good.
Okay. So, as something catches on your line, I need you to make me a physical athletics check
Oh boy.
to wrestle this thing.
Do I still use my same stats, or am I just
Yeah,
rolling
your
random dice here?
Your
Okay.
stats haven't changed. Pretty much the only thing that happens is you can only access one of your knacks, and some of your birth rates may not work that well. But like, you still have keen. Yeah, you still have keen senses, hearing, for example, and you can still use some of your other stuff. You just have access to one of your knacks for the day.
Cardic can no longer eat the fish whole.
2 successes, not bad. The fish rolls against you and gets 4. Oh, damn, that's self-roll. Got 4 successes. Let me change that back to public for future rolls. But it got 4 successes.
Cheating.
Y'all see Carden
storyteller.
just laying on top of the snack wagon, and then you hear the line pull, and as you all go to ask Carden if he got something, he's no longer on the roof of the snack wagon.
Oh no.
Okay, hold on. Let me see. I got something for this. Let me stop that. Let me go here. Let me do that. Alright. Okay, you are now being dragged into the water carton. Do you let go of the rod?
Hold on, this is my fish!
Alright, make me another check.
I believe this is
My
what you
God.
wished for.
Also, as he's being dragged out into the sea, I just have to ask, who has the gem, the dowsing gem from the Baba Yaga?
I've got it.
Okay, cool.
Just to double check, I don't have access to any of my transform knacks.
That is correct.
The one time I end up in the water. The one
I'll-
time I end up in the water, it's after I get de-dragoned.
Yep.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
I think seeing Carden being dragged towards or into the water, I will just whistle for Alma to pursue and to try and catch Carden and offer him some extra stability.
Okay, let me take a look at Alma real quick. I will allow stand ground as their pool for assistance in regards to this. real quick.
I wasn't even going to argue, but thank you very much. 3 successes.
Okay. That's 7 successes between Alma and Carden as Alma kind of bites onto Carden's belt, trying to pull him back. As this fish rolls and gets 5 successes, you are able to keep your feet onto the beach. You are just in this cold, ice-cold northern waters, but you are able to get some distance on the fish.
Card just like soaked, disheveled, and like his hair is a mess. He's soaking wet. You see like the just like the pure want in his eyes as like Alma, I imagine, begins to try to pull Card back. He's like, no, pull me up, and then Card just looks back at everybody who is here and goes, everybody, hang on, and pull. We can win.
I imagine Andre
I will
just like
say-
grabs him by the shoulder and yanks, and the entire fish just leaves the water
Carden-
easily.
There's definitely a large part of this where he was getting into more and more trouble, where Andrew was just standing nearby, stroking his chin, going, yes.
Also, Ghost, your microphone was speaking a little bit.
Yeah, it's fine.
A little bit, a lot.
I just want to say,
Hey.
Vegas just sitting here watching, like, women want him, fish fear him.
I think fish are gonna eat him.
Yeah, this
Maybe.
one.
Alright.
Card's about to get torn in half because he's not letting go of this rod, and the massive wolf is pulling on his lower body.
He's
Okay,
like, it's my fish, it was made for me.
I will.
let's go ahead and have Alma roll again.
I'll say Andre will try and help out.
Okay, let's have Andre roll because Andre has epic strength.
Uh-huh.
Let's see.
Listen, if the fish still gets to roll, that means it's near par with Andre.
No,
It's only
no,
2.
Andre hasn't used the title yet. We're good.
Do I? Because I have epic strength gives me scale on lifting. Do I do 2 or do I do 1?
Gives you 1 scale. Let me double check that real quick because I can just pull up the powers.
Yeah, it gives me 1 scale, but I meant the way scale worked seemed to be different because we have legend, or was that not yet?
That's if you use a feat of scale, not just +1 scale. So if it gives you +1 scale, then that is that. So if you did like a feat of scale plus your epic strength thing, that would give you 3 scale instead of just 2.
That's probably... Is that everything I can think that makes sense? Oh no, that makes sense. Defend the weak seems applicable here.
I love
Yes.
this side quest.
Defend the weenie.
Doesn't matter.
Defend the depowered.
I think that's everything I need to put in.
Defend the
8
power.
successes.
Okay.
Jeez.
Alright. I will allow, given that Andre is just kind of using Carden as an extension of the pole here, for Carden to have max enhancement on this.
Lord.
Let's go ahead and roll Carden. Don't botch.
If he botched,
Just
so
don't
hard.
fuck up. Just don't.
Listen.
Yeah, just don't mess up, Smiles.
Okay, same rule as before, right? Athletics, physical.
Mhm.
Okay. All right, listen. Don't botch. I never botch Q roll. Didn't botch.
Alright, so that would be 9 successes in regards to this. The fish is going to make a roll. 5 successes. It has not beaten you guys out this time, as you're able to sit there and give slack when you need to give slack and pull when you need to pull. And then
Yeah.
eventually you are able to reel in a fish that's probably half the size of yourself.
Jesus.
It looks like a DBZ fish.
No, this is not good old Jesus.
Andre's just picked Carden up off the floor, dragging him away from the shore.
Jody comes back just in time to see you get the fish, and their eyes just light up. Like, whoa, big fish.
Big
Oh, we can do everything with this fish. Bake, batter, fry. Oh, we're gonna have fish for days.
No,
How
I
far
think-
is the place that we want to get to from where we are?
It is one of those mythical places that's very tough to give
It's very
proper
foggy, so
measurements to.
Jody's just gonna say it's that away.
Points in a direction.
Points into the fog.
As Garden says, we'll have fish for days. I kind of like clear my throat and then say, I think our snack wagon also wants a part, so I do not think this will last very long.
Also, I thought we were having grilled
It's
cheese.
like we have half and the snack wagon
Oh
has
yes,
half.
we are having grilled cheeses.
Because we're not going to eat fish with every meal.
True.
I mean, you're not. You don't have to.
Yeah.
If we didn't have the aquatic wagon, I had a very silly idea of something else I could do with my, especially with my legendary title.
Oh.
Oh.
Spill
Builder
boat.
of Bridges.
Just spill bridge.
Yeah,
That would've
no,
been-
that's it.
Just Fortnite across.
Andre Fortnite.
Building it like a Minecraft bridge where it's just like bits in front of you.
They have Hank Hill now.
Oh,
They
no.
do.
But yeah, you are able to have some grilled cheese, some fish. Card, your mind is blown by grilled cheese before you promptly forget it exists again.
I was about to say, it like Carden loses his grilled cheese object permanence, where like I imagine
Every
Casimir
bite
has
is like, wow,
explained-
this is amazing.
Casimir has explained for the umpteenth time what a grilled cheese is, and then Carden will look in a different direction just to like talk to Jody or something, and then look back and just go, "What's that?"
Jody's gonna take over at some point and keep making up new things for what a grilled cheese is.
Can I read the
sounds hungry.
signs and figure out what the hell is going on with Garden?
Carden got a bit lucky in that the way I would have run it is that Carden just simply wouldn't be able to like acknowledge or see the grilled cheese
As
when it's
soon as,
finished.
as,
He
soon-
just doesn't
as, soon
see
as
it
it
as
starts
food.
to like become grilled, it just
It
fades from
disappears?
existence,
Yeah.
like in Back to the Future.
That would be amazing.
It's like, okay, 2 pieces of bread with cold cheese in the middle, fine. The second it hits the pan, I hear a sizzling pan and see nothing.
Yeah. Just like, where'd it go?
Why are you grilling air?
Did you boil off the bread?
Did you Trying to cut gluten out, huh? I get it.
Gotta watch your girlish figure.
Oh, yeah. You were able to get some rest in. Does anyone sleep? And do you have watches if you do sleep?
I wouldn't mind taking a watch.
I was gonna
and
say,
given that I have the stars purview, I can just be Overwatch.
Okay.
Andre will switch knacks and will stay awake the entire time with the vigil knack.
Ooh.
Jody will just say, I'm a pretty light sleeper, so if something does happen, just like make a noise and I'll be awake.
Vega will take a cat nap. Yeah.
And we'll just flop down on the sand and go to sleep.
I just want to say Vega is already snoozing through the conversations about grilled cheese.
I actually have to check something on if I gave Koshe something important. God, I'm
Oh.
thinking about. Oh no. Okay, that's gonna come into play later. Anywho.
He's gonna
Uh,
find us. We're doomed.
Nah.
Alright.
He's gonna invade my dream like Freddy Krueger.
Oh wait,
I was about to say, Carden goes down like a fucking potato. Like he's
Yeah.
a log.
I think I have
Jody
something that has
Jody-
to do with darkness.
Jody has the ability that I wish I had where they can just go to sleep whenever.
Oh, I want you to know that my innate power from my darkness purview, if I watch you while you're sleeping, I can see into your dreams.
It's cool.
I kind of hate that. I don't like that you have that power.
Has Vega ever used that on Casimir?
Oh no.
She might take a little peek, and then she'll be like, "Aw, cute," and then like just let him be.
Is there a like a powered version of that knack where you can go into dreams?
I think there's something where you can influence them, if I remember correctly. That's part of the
Yeah.
preview.
You can like there's also things where you can like talk to people through dreams. I think.
Yeah.
This doesn't live here have something like that.
I don't know if you can directly like interact with them, but I know you can like inception them where you can draw them to a conclusion of their own accord.
I'm
I think
pulling up.
Olivia just based on her legendary title.
Oh, okay, yeah.
The 3 base boons are make people blind, put people to sleep, and shape a dream to give somebody a message.
So yeah, you could use that to talk to someone through their dream.
That's
I
fair.
shape a dream to tell Casimir, nice butt.
There are
You
other
dream that you have the nicest butt.
There are other boons, but I do not wish to look them up at this particular moment.
Absolutely fair.
We can look at them later.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, so those of you that are staying awake for the moment, make for me viewing checks, depending on what it is that you're looking for. Survival to see if there's any type of beasts out there, subterfuge to see if there's anything hidden. You could persuade me a technology roll if you're using technology-related stuff for it, or...
I will say that if you do need to wake Jody up, you don't need to make much noise, because they do have keen senses hearing.
Hmm.
Do I have keen senses?
I have hearing and smell for keen senses.
Oh, I have hearing and sight, so Vega would wake up very well too.
I'm gonna argue technology because Andre will spend his time awake going around making a string and rattly thing, kind of alarm, rope, whatever.
McGuffin it.
Alright, I'll allow it.
I think for me it'll be a simple survival.
Okay.
And given that I believe I used acclimates on everyone, I should be able to ignore environmental complications from current surroundings for this, if there were any.
The sound of the waves doesn't stop you from hearing anything.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay, 5 successes. Pretty good, pretty good. Casimir?
Mm-hmm.
3 successes. Not too bad. The most concerning thing is as the fog begins to dissipate, as it becomes later in the day for your guys' naps and things along those lines, is out to long range from a god's eye view. Casimir, you see shadows in the distance, and you know that some of it is probably a lot of wildlife, a lot of fish of large size, but this is an other world, so there could be things that lurk beneath the surface. But it doesn't seem as though anything is coming up from any direction. And likewise, Andre, as you're able to kind of sit there and put out rattly things to trigger if you guys, or if something crosses it. Nothing really seems to cross your guys' path, which is kind of strange in its own way, but it's a small blessing that, as it allows everyone to rest.
If I shift to that top-down perspective, do I notice any other details?
What kind of details are you looking for?
Maybe if there's like larger silhouettes under this under the waves, or if there is movement in the trees.
Not too much movement in the trees. I mean, a few small creatures in regards to it, and taking a look out through the skies, you don't see any more draconic figures coming your way. But there are shadows of varying size. It is out to long range, it says. As long as you're able to do that, take it up from to long range. I think, yeah, you would just see large shadows in the
I am my own mini-map.
Casimir playing Scion like it's an RTS.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking for range things in regards to it. I don't know where the easy chart is. I'll just have to take screenshots of the chart and make my own story guide screen PDF to open up. But
Absolutely fair.
yeah, I think that I think you do see large shadows at this depth. Nothing that'll like be there's always a bigger fish in Star Wars type of thing. They're not going to have anything chase or that's big enough to chase or swallow the snack wagon.
I summon
Things
bigger
that are
fish.
comparable in size to it, but
Wait, no, this is not darts and droids.
It's been ages since I looked at that.
It has been a while.
but
It's
Still
real old
going
now.
on. It is still going strong.
Yeah.
you guys are able to get your rests in as you need. And what would you like to do after that? You have plenty of food.
So anything we need to do before we go?
Not necessarily. But I think in the morning sun, realizing that I have also expend some of my power, I think I might want to recharge a legend. And I think during my watch, I would have made a chart of the stars that I can see. And comparing them to my information, my knowledge of how I, quote-unquote, grew up here. I would like to see if there's any differences or any changes that I can notice with my, with my own eyes. And then I would like to sacrifice that as an offering to the Zoria.
Okay.
What
Would you like
year
to make it a
start?
major or a minor sacrifice?
What is the difference again?
A minor sacrifice you can only do once per arc, which I say once per legend gain, and a major sacrifice you can do infinitely, but it takes a full scene or more effort to do.
That's why I had to do like rolls and stuff in order to do mine.
I'm happy to make that a role-based situation.
Okay. Star charting sounds like an academics thing to me.
Okay. Thank you for that. Astronomy is a specialty of mine.
Well, there you go.
4 successes.
I think the aspects that you kind of go into this is that you're looking for changes, because in the world in and of itself, based on like, if you take a look at the stars over decades, there are changes in positioning. There's changes in positioning from month to month. There's changes in positioning from how the stars positioned over time and years, type of things. We compare.
Sometimes the star goes out.
But here, with 4 successes, I think the thing that kind of rattles your brain a little bit is from the memories that you were given, or the memories that you quote-unquote grew up with, there isn't any changes. Whether that's an aspect of the type of realm that this is, or an aspect of memories being fresher than anticipated, is a debate for you to have with the powers that be.
It could be some sort of pré-vu rather than déjà vu.
And you said you wanted to give this to the Zoria.
Yes.
Given where we are, I imagine you just like hold it up and she just walks past with us, thanks.
I was thinking about that.
Be like, oh, I'm gonna put it on the fridge.
I'm gonna say make for me an occult check.
Sure. Two successes.
Even here, she is able to exert more influence here than in other places. But unless you're going to find a way to call to her, you're not going to just be able to hold it out and give it to her. I think with an occult thing, you'd probably have to realize that, and it kind of stinks given the aspect of how it is, but you'll have to find some way to cast it upon the winds with a ritual of some kind, whether that's through ash or a well-made paper airplane or something to toss and to have her.
So
I
she
vote
doesn't-
paper airplane. I vote paper airplane.
I would
so she
also
doesn't
vote
have
paper
a
airplane.
cat just texted to her.
Actually, Casimir did know how to make a paper airplane.
Can I divinely calculate how to make a paper airplane?
I mean,
Yeah,
it's
sure.
a lot of like angles and measurements. So
Exactly. Yeah.
Mhm.
Also, imagine his infinite knowledge. He just makes the most horrible paper airplane. It doesn't go anywhere.
yeah. No, it's the
No!
most bog standard one.
Yeah, go for it.
It's the one you get a tutorial for if you Google it.
Part of me wants to make this a science check because it's angles and all the rest of it, but you do have divine calculations, so.
Divine
I
math.
can make it a science check then.
Okay.
Divine maths.
4 successes. And apparently
success?
the science logo on my end is broken.
Oh no.
That's a shame.
I know. Oh no, Kupo.
I will just do this real quick. Doop. Boop. Boop. Okay. But yeah, I think with 4 successes, you're able to sit there and get something that'll catch lift as you kind of throw it and let it kind of take its way back towards the center of the mainland in the general direction that you think Zoria's castle is.
Throw it into the wind.
I kind of think, for the moment.
Don't throw it in the direction wind is coming from, so it goes behind you.
Oh no.
Suddenly, Kashek gets a thing with the stars. What the heck?
just ooh, this is pretty.
Yeah. And as you make the paper airplane of your star chart and throw it, as it leaves your hands, a familiar sensation kind of washes over you, and you may refill your legend.
I am glad to have at least used it in the discussion with the Baba Yaga, but I'm glad to have it back.
You got a gift from one of your mommies.
Only one of them.
You know that meme of like, gee, so-and-so, why does your mom let you have 2 hot dogs? All I think of is, gee, Casimir, why do you get to why does the Zoria let you have 3 moms?
I am very blessed.
And so, as you guys awaken after refilling your reserves, as the otter wagon gets ready to depart, is there anything that anyone would like to do before stepping foot into the sea?
Nope.
I had a dream, Casimir, where you had a really nice butt. Turns out I was just thinking about reality.
Joe will take a moment and stare.
I
at
was gonna
his butt.
say.
It's a nice butt.
I had a dream about Nihil's dog and tells no one. He just kept whispering soon.
Meanwhile, everyone else evaluating Casimir's butt, like, yeah, it's
Look.
pretty good.
My butt has been sculpted by the gods.
Yeah.
Man,
Specifically, my mother's. It is
I
very weird
this
the way I say
reminds
it
me
now,
the
and I'm
other
very
day.
sorry.
And they did
My-
a good job.
Thank you.
I want to say this reminds me the other day of when my boyfriend and I stopped over at Alvarence's in Ghost's apartment,
please don't
and
tell the story. I'm kidding. Go ahead.
and I think we were just picking up some. I think we were just picking up some grocery bags, and Ghost just says to my boyfriend because he's wearing shorts. He's like, "Those shorts look really good on you. They give you a nice apple bottom."
What I said was, as y'all were out the door and it was closing, so I blurted it out, was just, oh hey, by the way, those shorts give you a poppin' apple bottom.
That was it.
Wow.
I just hear Lucy laughing as the door closes, and I hear her boyfriend very quietly go, "Thank you."
Oh.
we were laughing about. At least I was laughing about it. I thought it was hilarious. I just want to say, which I mean, he was right. It does give him a pop in apple bottom. But I
Alright,
just
so you
wanted to
guys,
imagine that our conversation's going.
I was just gonna say, if Vega looks into Cardin streams, which I don't know if she would, that is exactly what she sees.
Just a dog.
An eyeless dog just whispering "soon" over and over again.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Man. And she does. She's like, what a weird little freak. Anyway,
Does Vega share with the class?
she thinks it's probably for the normal for Cardin for dreams.
I was about to say,
I
Vega
think-
at least. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. I think Jody's dreams are just like animated like Dragon Ball episodes of Sun Wukong's life.
That's actually, yo, I'd pay money.
And I mean Dragon Ball, not Dragon Ball Z.
Mm-hmm.
Fair. But yeah, so as you guys get ready and the snack wagon takes its path into the sea, following the directions of the dowsing crystal, it takes a while for you guys to lose sight of the to lose sight of the shore before you are able to continue forward. Knowing that close to the shore, Casimir, that there were large shadows as you reach further and further into the depths, do you take any precautions to try to avoid conflict with possible sea creatures?
I would say that it would be good because we have a weenie Cardin, but he would just be like, I'm gonna fish them all, knowing him.
Does Vega say this out loud?
Yes. I
Okay.
determined yes.
We're about to enter into a boss fight. I can't. I have to put the competent player card down because I want to do something dumb.
Is there a way I can like intimidate fish?
I think you say influence.
Intimidate.
Jody puts on the women want me, fish fear me hat.
I believe that's a boon under beasts.
Only if you're a scion of what's the commune?
Wait,
Malverance?
wait! I have a thing.
Mm-hmm.
This is great and terrible.
Oh,
It's
yes.
so good actually.
It is a spicy monkey.
V1 legend.
Spicy
Plus
monkey.
2 complication on any action that does not help things to flee my presence.
Trivial targets automatically flee from you.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, you can make yourself terrifying if you'd like.
Yes, I will terrify the fish.
Suddenly, Cardin is scared.
Would terrify the fish.
Which does make the snack wagon a little sad because they can't snack on fishes in front of them now.
Well, the ones that are too scared and freeze instead of flee will be eaten.
Yes.
They don't have the right fight or flight response.
They can't fly because they fish.
There's flying fish.
There are
true.
flying fish, but that doesn't mean that all fish can fly. And I know that bees can fly, and they're only fish in California.
I thought you said ponies can fly.
I was literally about to say, Chris, fun fact about America, in the state of California, fish and bees are the same thing.
I know, that's why I said it. Legally, they're the same.
Yup.
One of these things is just like the other.
There's a lot of things that are legally incorrect.
I believe the reason for that is because it's like legal jargon to help preserve.
Yeah, it's to give them protections.
Yeah. One of those loopholes. Let's put them under these. Like,
Doesn't help that taxonomy is fairly useful anyway, but
Yeah.
anywho.
It's
Anywho.
categories we
reason-
made up. Don't worry about it.
For some reason, when you said taxonomy, I thought taxidermy, and I was like, what?
Yeah, that's also made up.
Yep. There's only two things that are true in life, or that are always will happen: death and taxidermy.
I like to think this conversation is happening in the snack wagon. Cardin just
Yeah,
drops some
just-
US
Yeah,
lore on them.
you
Just
guys are
imagine-
having this conversation and Jody's looking out of the window just radiating intimidation.
Goo 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 in the background.
Just the most menacing person in the world.
Mm-hmm.
What's your omen again? That's also playing into this.
Yeah, my omen
Menacing Jojo Hora.
yeah.
Oh, don't.
And
yeah.
golden action lines by my movement and gold light in my eyes.
I know I have my omen, but I haven't written it down.
Gasp.
Yeah, I know.
I don't remember.
It
I
is
think this is cool.
star constellations twinkling around me.
But yes. Was that?
For Andre, I went with diegetic music.
Oh, nice.
The muses just play your theme music.
But with most of the fish fleeing, +2 complication. Okay. Cardin,
Oh boy.
roll me social subterfuge real quick, because you are driving your car.
Oh, social subterfuge. Okay. I think I
Stealth
can manage that.
Lies here.
Ooh, okay. I can probably manage this. There's oh boy is currently losing it right now. You're kidding me. You're kidding me.
Is he being a big baby?
Always.
Hey, are we cool with me using momentum for this?
Sure.
Oh yeah, we had that.
Sure.
How much would you like to spend?
I'm gonna spend 3 momentum.
Yes.
I feel like 3 is the standard number that we've decided upon.
Yes.
Good number.
Oh, then.
What's
Alright.
better?
3 is the most likely to give you at least 1 success without spending too many.
Mhm.
With 5 successes, Casimir, as you kind of take a look at things from a sky's view occasionally, what you see is you guys go over large shadows, and then the shadows kind of go up a moment, kind of like as if they're trying to see what is at the surface here. And then they quickly turn away from the force that is being exuded there, deciding that it is
Not
already
worth
too
it.
close and already not
Nope.
worth it.
Not worth it.
With
Don't want
that
that smoke.
information, I think I'll just glance over at Jody, see that menacing aura of dread around them, and just give them a little pat on the shoulder.
Jody looks at you in perfectly normal voice. Hey, what's up?
You're doing well. Thank you.
And before the day is finished, you come across a large island. I don't know how many people are going to know this, but I've seen it flying in. I would say probably about the size of a larger Hawaiian island.
Ooh.
I've played the Yakuza game where they're on the Hawaii.
Big island.
Yes.
Still an island. You can still travel the entire thing in a day. And as you come up across its beaches, does somebody have presence of magic? I think Casimir does.
Yes, yes, I do.
The faint tickling of magic kind of goes against your senses. The crystal kind of pointing a little bit more insistently now than it had whilst in the Baba Yaga and on the mainland. Was with the Baba Yaga and on the mainland, rather. Towards the center of the island, towards up a mountain.
I think I might be hearing a little man's.
I think so too. Just now.
He is.
Casimir will kind of like shift in his seat for a moment as he notices this, kind of like not a chill running down his spine, but like something ticklish for just a moment. There is magic here.
That means they're in
Was
the right place,
Cardin
right?
driving, or was Casimir driving at the moment?
Arn is driving.
Arna's driving. I will point out, like, the direction from which I felt that ping of magic.
Is the thingamajig pointing us in that way as well? Compass thing?
Turn begins to turn.
Okay.
I'm gonna keep Visage Great and Terrible on,
Comes.
just in case.
Eventually, as you guys approach, you, before long, come across a, what's a good way to describe this? I need to read this ability just to make sure. Let me close those sheets. Open up this sheet. Okay. So, you come across a sheer face. It is at the crystal continues pulling in a direction, and the sense of magic continues kind of increasing beyond it. But it is a sheer cliff as far as you can tell.
Jody, not really paying attention, accidentally starts walking up it a few steps and then goes, wait.
Actually, since Jody's not paying attention,
Yeah.
I'm going to now make a secret roll.
Or gasp.
I need Jody to make an integrity and cunning roll.
Okay.
It says, yes, okay, opposed by that. With, I would say difficulty 1 due to not paying attention. Or a complication one due to not paying attention.
Storyteller, would this be environmental complications?
This is not environmental complication.
Darn, I tried my best.
Would
Look
instant
at us.
reflexes help?
Instant reflex. I'll allow it.
It's like I detect something happening, go, wait a minute. I don't know what else will help, because I don't know what this is. Really?
What are you looking at? Let me take a look here. Let's see. I would also allow climbing to help here for a specialty. Interesting. Yep, I think that's it as far as I can tell.
Okay. I don't know how to do that thing he said, so that's just the
Which-
roll.
With the additional cup. Yeah, no, you go up the wall perfectly fine.
I get like 5 steps up there and go, oh wait, hang on. Climb back down to the others. So, Cliff. Is the necklace pointing forward or up?
Forward.
So, I don't know if we're gonna dig a tunnel.
Seems fairly easy to do.
I was about to say, we could probably have Andre punch a tunnel.
I'm pretty sure me and him combined could make a decent tunnel, but
I'll get the
Secret
macaroni.
tunnel.
We need
take a lot of time.
explosives.
Secret tunnel.
Do you wish to try to dig through the cliff?
I'm gonna
Wait.
ask
What's
before that. I'm gonna ask Casimir, like, is the cliff magic?
I believe not.
Is the
Hard to
cliff
tell.
alive?
There's a lot of magic around here. The cliff's not alive.
Why?
There is a lot of magic, though.
The hills are alive with the sound of music.
Magic,
Jerry.
but yes.
Yep.
You can make stuff explode when you throw it, right?
Yep.
Alright. I'm going to grab every block and bag of cheese that I have along with the bread, and I'm going to start handing it to Jody so they have some makeshift explosives.
I'm just
Yeah.
gonna turn the first bit of cheese into a grenade and throw it at, like, part of the wall we're not next to.
Sure.
To see what happens.
As the grenade goes off, I will say there seems to be no damage to the wall.
Ooh. So I don't think we can go through unless Casimir wants to try to see if he can punch it. Or Casimir. Andre.
I could try and punch it, but I do not think it will help.
Yeah, I think he'd just break his hand. I mean, I can
Okay.
punch it.
Andre will give it a go.
Hey, Andre, make for me an integrity cunning check.
What?
Fake tunnel.
Is
No,
he
fake wall.
coming? He's gonna Minecraft his way into this mountain.
Will emotional fortitude help?
This has to do with this does not have to do with emotions.
Jody wondering if they can utilize the JoJo technique of dig a hole real fast.
Yeah, probably isn't anything that matters.
Let me take a look.
2 successes.
Strangely enough, when you punch this wall, it hurts your hand. That might be a first.
I wasn't
Or
going to
at least
punch the wall though.
You weren't? Okay.
No,
Fair
I
enough.
was going to use shaping hands and world of glass to just dig a hand into it, like scooping out clay.
Oh.
It does not give. Oddly enough.
Well, whatever this wall is, it's definitely not just stone.
Looks like we can't go through, so we might have to go over.
I cast counterspell.
When I
You should have been dispel magic. Actually, no.
Oh, darn it.
There goes the spell slot.
Well, it started out as a joke, but
Oh boy.
can I, because of my, oh darn it is when someone else performs a marvel or boon in my presence, not,
Well, somebody did perform a boon in your presence.
I am performing a boon in your presence. It's called Visage Great and Terrible.
Yes.
Had it on for a while.
Hands and...
But it is not whatever this wall is.
Would you like another title?
I think we should just go over, because we can't go through.
Sorry, I've been
in terms of
sneezing.
Going over, how difficult is it to climb the cliff?
Jody walks up the cliff again.
Okay, can Andre prepare some form of rope ladder or the like for Jody to just put at the top?
I was gonna say you could throw me up there and I could throw it down.
Yeah.
I'll just loosen the hand wraps and be like, guys, just hold on to these,
Okay.
Oh.
and I'll just carry you up.
Yeah.
Because I have epic strength.
Yeah, absolutely.
We'll be back, Snacky. Behave.
Does it make a noise in response?
Because when we get all the way to the
revving
top,
engine.
and Snacky adapts to cliffs and just gets suction cups.
No, it gets the fucking goat hooves. And just climbs up the wall next to me and is like, hey, what's up?
Okay. As you've climbed up to the top of the cliff, it becomes more of a flat type of ground again, and the gem seems to be pointing downwards through where the cliff would have gone into, and the sense of magic begins to dissipate.
Okay, it wants to go down.
What's on the other side of the cliff?
It's just kind of flat land that kind of goes around it, kind of like where it kind of like goes up steeps and then kind of plateaus a bit. And on the other side of the cliff, it just seems to be kind of plateaus and then goes up more mountain, and then plateaus and goes up more mountain in a repeating pattern to the peak.
Well, do have a way I can add even more scale onto attempting to get through the stone.
I'm gonna ask the lads if they can find a cave entrance anywhere.
Okay. That would be... Sounds like mental survival to me,
Yeah.
since this is more of a wilderness type area.
I'm allowed to use persuade groups for them.
Yeah, and they have scale because of their size and scale because of mentality.
Yep. So I think they go to scale 2.
Yes.
Yeah,
So being able to fan out definitely helps in this case.
Yep. Check if I've got any other announcements. Nope. 10 successes.
However long you decide to read, as the lads themselves kind of
They're just scattering all directions.
scatter in all directions and kind of use a telephone system, like the game telephone, not a actual telephone, to kind of relay communications back and forth. It is quite efficient. Still takes some time, as this is a large island. They don't find any other cave entrances, but they have found a few flat-surfaced cliff faces around this immediate area. Like, I'd say probably within a mile or so.
Okay. I'll relay this to the others.
Let's go check one of them out.
Might be a good starting
Whichever
point.
one is,
Nearest.
yeah, nearest.
Okay. Oops. Okay. So, you go forward and. Whoever would, as you guys approach the, to start with, the crystal and the sense of magic return. Whoever would like to can give me survival, academics, or science as they kind of take a look at this cliff to see what it might be.
2
You
successes.
said survival, academics, or science?
Yes.
I ain't gonna make it, y'all.
With which attribute?
Mental.
Brain.
I might make it all.
Mm-hmm.
I'll try. Jeez, Andre.
Andres knows rocks.
Sure, why not? Boo!
I'm just gonna fill that
You
back up.
you may as well roll.
Yeah. Andre,
The worst you can do
Oh.
is not know shit about rocks.
the longer you look at this, the more you get the feeling that it appears to be exactly the same as the last cliff face.
Oh,
The same
no.
flaws, the same juts of rock, the same everything around it seems to be identical to the first.
Well, I do
Okay,
not like
Andrew.
this.
We'll look to Jody. Did your friends tell you how many of these you found?
I reply with a number.
Yeah, about 3, 4.
Well, the last one we went is pretty much identical to this one.
Oh.
This scratch here is where I tried to get my hand in.
Oh.
There's the yellow mist from the cheese.
Yeah.
Well, that's not there.
Okay.
It's not part of the cliff, so.
So this cliff, just to keep it right, is we climbed a cliff, we're on another higher level, and then there's the same cliff face.
It was kind of on the previous plateau, so you'd have to get back down, which is easy enough with Jody and yourself with your epic strength and whatnot to get down. But it's kind of like on the same level as you investigate. I'll say it as you investigate these cliff faces; they appear to be identical.
Well, once is chance, twice is coincidence, 3 times is a pattern, so we need to go up 2 more times.
No, they're
It's
all
on the
on
same
the ground level.
Yeah, they're on the ground.
Okay, that's worse.
You guys wait here a moment, and Andre will take out, like, I think he could probably have a Sharpie or a pen of some kind. We'll just make a mark on the wall, see if it can mark it.
It appears to. Actually, as you sit there and do that, go ahead and make for me another cunning integrity check.
Oh.
Yeah.
0.
Would you like to spend some momentum, or would you like to save it? Because that's not exactly the strongest dice pool for you.
Let's save it.
Okay. Yeah, it seems as though you're able to make a mark on it.
Okay. Andre will say, I'll just go check the cliff we were at originally.
Okay.
You'll
While you
run
do
off
that,
full speed.
Oh yeah, you're there and back in really short amount of time.
because there are wild animals around, because I'm here. Are they acting strange around these cliffs?
It appears
They, like,
as
distinctly
though
avoid them, or
yeah, it's more that they're instinctively avoiding them in the same way that like they would avoid something naturally, type of thing. But obviously, this is just a cliff face, as far as you guys can tell. So it'd be very odd for you to sit there and them to act that way.
Is that the other cliff face has no marks except presumably the cheese.
That is correct.
Okay, so come back, say. So changes we make seem to stay different. Although that's just adding something on top.
Yeah, this is the part of the quest that I'm not good at.
Ooh.
Sorry, you said that, and it's just like you could be very good at it.
Jody's like, I'm not good at puzzles.
What Andre will do is he's gonna use his follower. So he's gonna get out his phone and try see if the staff of the bridge between have any idea what's going on here. They have mental scale.
They do have mental scale. There isn't a basic history-related thing.
So did the lad.
Yeah.
Also not sure
I'm gonna-
what exactly I'd be rolling for them, or I don't remember how
Yeah.
far into it.
Console we moved up. Okay, so as you sit there and reach them, signals kind of spotty at this moment. Whether it's due to distance or the fact that you're just in another world, it's very rough. But you are able to
technology
get,
roll to support it.
but you are able to get some kind of connection there. Okay. As they kind of, as you guys begin texting back and forth, I'm not going to have you roll, because they kind of start talking about, like high tier magic. They start talking about like magic users and things like that. And with the knack that they're able to provide you a consult, you begin to think and remember the time at the end of the Baba Yaga's interaction there, where she told you that Koshei is a skilled illusionist. And apparently, if this is an illusion, it is one that is able to fool all of the senses.
Andre will thank them very much for their consult. We'll look together and say, well, they're pretty sure that this is an illusion. It's completely fooling us. Not sure anybody particularly good at breaking illusions?
I have not tried.
I might have something. Cracks knuckles.
After you.
Yes, this advantage.
I would like to invoke my title Conqueror of Sorcery.
Okay.
Casimir's
And
just
I
a
would
little
like
bit
to
scared.
punch the problem.
All right. So yeah, make your close combat roll.
Jody's just gonna
all of
close
your
their,
regular
close their
hits.
eyes and focus. And like raise their fist and just focus everything into it.
With all of your enhancements at scale 2.
Yes. I'm pretty sure I get like a shit ton of enhancement for this.
I think you get the max enhancement.
Tries give me +2. They melee, they have that, and also this. Yeah, I get 5 from that and scale. Fuck it. I'll also tap a path.
Sure. What path would you like to take?
Child of the victorious fighting Buddha, who had to fight a lot of magic.
Sure did.
And I will get 2 dice for that as well.
Okay.
That's 13 successes.
Oh,
With 13 successes, and since you did tap a path, you can give me a detail in addition to some of these. But with 13 successes, it's strange at how detailed this illusion was, as you were able to punch it, and almost through an echoing aspect of the cave system, you can feel through your fists the other cliff illusions, the other 3 to 4 entrances, just break one after the other as the illusion itself seems to shatter before your mighty blows. Is there anything that you would like to add to that?
I don't know. Does it reveal like a path?
Yeah, it reveals a kind of a cave system going forward into...
Okay. The caves are lit.
Some of it being magically lit, and other of which having the bioluminescent moss of some kind. It is an air of mysticism as you are able to walk through and see well into this cave system.
This way we don't have to worry about light.
Thank you.
He just exhales like. Turns out sometimes you can just sponge it.
That was a very
And
good
you are
punch.
very good.
impressed.
Yes.
The omens fade.
Okay.
As we're going in, I'm gonna do a minor sacrifice
Okay.
by pulling my pulling the chip out of my phone and sacrificing my phone by crushing it.
Oh, wow.
All right.
To get my legend back.
Very
Sounds
nice.
good.
I still got all the data, it's just the phone itself is gone. Because I'm not gonna lose Dad's number.
Hmm.
Understandable. As you guys walk forward into the lit cave,
Oh.
it's
I
deep. Oh,
need to reload. One moment.
gasp. Shall I continue?
You may.
Alright. As you guys walk into the depths of the cave, lit with bioluminescent plants, mystic balls, and the occasional crack of sunlight coming through, it takes a while, surprisingly, and you feel as though you're in the center of the island, where you see an individual who seems to be captured, kind of chained to a space. They don't seem starved, they don't seem worse for wear, other than that they are forced to be here. But they seem to be chained to a heavy-looking wooden chest. They are in finery, very
Fine?
conventionally attractive. Finery that would make sense for the Thrice 10th Kingdom.
Okay.
Kind of stuff that kind of fits that era. Very conventionally attractive. Androgynous, leaning more towards masculine features. And they seem to be silently weeping as if they haven't heard you step in.
Which is kind of incredible given how loud that punch probably was.
As we approach this figure,
Mhm.
I would like to speak up. Hail, do you require aid?
The sense that everyone gets is a mixture of hope and panic in their words as they begin kind of saying in a language that you and Vega understand because of Omniglot and one being your root tongue.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of begins explaining aspects like, you shouldn't be here, he'll be here soon, you need to take care of yourselves. And that, as they begin panicking, the wind rushes through, and Vega and Casimir, the smell of a sorcerer suddenly fills the air
Uh-oh.
as the lights begin to warp. And from the other 4 entrances, we'll say, a figure walks from them. A
Four
tall...
figures then?
Yeah. Yes and no. It is 4 figures, but they're identical.
That makes sense.
Tall, wearing a sword at his hilt, at his hip, in some, not Milan, and some classic armor in regards to it. I'm going to. Oh no. There we go. Highlight all of that. Delete all of that. Highlight these. Delete those. And I'm just going to put him here before activating it so that you guys can see the art that I found of Koshei the Deathless. Activate so that you can highlight over it and see him with his longer white hair and a crown of what seems to be a kind of dark metallic plant life. As he says, yes, you shouldn't be here. And since we have 10 minutes left, I think that would be a good place to call it for the day.
What a bunch of stupid things!
Actually, before that, as he arrives, thank you for reminding me, Ghost.
Oh.
Because you are immortal. He has apocalyptic presence.
Oh no.
Deeply overwhelming. There is no way it could pass itself off as something mundane. It would have exploded.
Oh dear. That is
But
terrifying.
you're not allowed to fight him.
Cardin's like, I'm in danger.
You can do other things. You can help out your friends by getting through stuff, or you can help the individual that's here. But you cannot. You are. Yes.
I'm literally incapable of doing harm.
Don't worry, you've got
Cardin.
me and Andre for that.
Yeah.
They'll commit so much harm for you.
Yes. Jody's good at committing harm.
All the harm.
Okay. And with that, I have been your storyteller, Alvarez, for the evening, day, whatever time it is for you, with me playing Jody. I've had Danny Cat.
I'm gonna punch him in the wall.
What?
Quick, surround him.
What did you say, Danny?
I'm gonna punch him in the nose.
You're going to punch him in the nose. Excellent.
I think it's the Nads.
I mean, those two probably.
Playing Casimir, I've had Crest Nether.
Danny will punch him in the schnoz.
Playing Vega, I've had Michinia.
Not only does Casimir have a nice butt, everybody in chat has a nice butt.
And you've got a nice butt. And you've got a nice butt.
Look under your chair, it's a nice butt!
Under your chair.
Playing Garden, I've had Red Ghost.
Listen, they may kill the sorcerer. I caught the fish, so I think
Yep.
we got equal amounts of effort here.
Yep.
And playing Andre, I've had Robo Pirate.
I was thinking on the sail over, Andre was staring at a picture of his family and wondering the question, is it weird if I still celebrate Christmas?
Meanwhile, Jody's sitting there thinking, wow, my mother's probably really mad at me by the time I get home.
I'm gonna
It's been like
grounded.
weeks.
We get back, 5 minutes has passed.
Mega
Oh, God,
seems likely.
grounded.
All right, and we'll catch you guys next time. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. And that about wraps it up for today's session. I am going to be putting on some music here. There we go. Thank you all so much for being here. Alpine, thank you so much for hanging out in chat as well. And everyone who's been here and just been hanging out, lurking and or chatting earlier, thank you all so much for being here. I hope you enjoyed this session. And we are going to be playing more of it in 2 weeks' time if all goes according to plan. I think, with that, we should go and say hoi to a good friend of ours, or rather, two good friends of ours, as Kamesy and Sunberry are co-working. So it is going to be a nice raid over there, which I'm going to be doing as such. We're going to be raiding Kamesy, but Sunberry is in chat and has shared chat enabled. So if you want to go and see it from her perspective, you can do so. I have been Crestnether. I am Crestnether. I will be Crestnether for at least the coming days and hopefully more, which I do not see a reason not to be, but you know, you never can tell. I will be streaming on Friday, most likely. We'll be streaming Timberborn again. And yeah, is gonna be fun. Thank you, Alpine. I appreciate you. And you can copy one of these messages. The upper one is for subscribers, and the bottom one is for non-subscribers. So let's go and say hoi to our good friend Kamesy and our good friend Sunberry. And there's this button. Bye!